The Sunday school lesson for November 27, 2022 is Obedience in Celebration, based on Leviticus chapter 25, verses 1 through 12. Welcome to my channel, The Backstory. I am Audrey. Please help me to walk in my purpose by subscribing to my channel. The agenda is as follows. I will offer a brief interpretation of the Feast of Trumpets, read the lesson text, and offer a brief lesson summary. These are the 7 feasts of the Lord: the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, First Fruits, Feast of Weeks, Feast of Trumpets, which is our focus, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. One reference to the Feast of Trumpets is given in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 23 through 25, and it reads thusly: The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, on the first day of the 7th month, you are to have a day of Sabbath rest, a sacred assembly commemorated with trumpet blasts." Now, the Festival of Trumpets is usually referred to today as the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. It takes place on the first day of the 7th month of the Jewish calendar and pictures God in the role of king, remembering and judging each person individually according to his or her deeds. Verse 25 states that the Israelites were to do no regular work, but present a food offering to the Lord. The Year of Jubilee was initiated with the sound of the trumpet, according to Leviticus chapter 25, verse 9, which reads, "Then have the trumpet sounded everywhere on the 10th day of the 7th month. On the Day of Atonement, sound the trumpet throughout your land." Obedience in Celebration. Leviticus chapter 25, verses 1 through 12. Time, 1445 BC. Place, Mount Sinai. Golden text. Proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 10. Verses 1 through 2. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. Verse 3. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. Verse 4. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the Lord, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. Verse 5. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. Verse 6. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee. Verse 7. And for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in thy land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. Verse 8. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years. And the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Verse 9. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. Verse 10. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. Verse 11. A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed. Verse 12. For it is the Jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field. A brief summary. When God created Israel by delivering the nation from bondage, he provided in the wilderness a Sabbath manna, Exodus 16. On the 6th day of the week, the people collected twice their daily need. If they went out on the Sabbath, they would find none. The people had to exercise faith with regard to the Sabbath day. In addition to the Sabbath day was the Sabbath year, also described in Exodus chapter 23 and Deuteronomy chapter 15. Every 7th year was a Sabbath year, during which all debts had to be canceled. Deuteronomy chapter 15, verses 1 through 2. The year of Jubilee, what may be called a Sabbath of the Sabbath year, was an extension of this concept. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And most of all, join me soon for the next backstory. Stay safe.